Hello and welcome to the Southern Hockey Network. My name's Gavin Coker alongside Nick Nugent, Lena K on the camera. I didn't even realize the puck was dropped. That's how quiet it was on the benches. Someone's got to get them awake. I'm awake. I had a Celsius. We're ready to go.
I like it. We're ready to rock tonight.
Got two games going on for you tonight as that one rolls in, and we're going to get a quick whistle with 11:24.
We got a short bench on tonight for the Warthogs, and I think the first evidence of a head coach situation at the Adult Hockey League at PAC. What's going on over there?
I knew it was coming. I think the broadcast, I better see a clipboard broken if we see a bad play. But Whitehead driving in for the Warthogs, takes a shot, saved there by St. Martin. Valdez with it, back behind. That one rolls into the slot. Whitehead takes a shot. Got blocked in front. That was Ben Daniels getting in the way there. J.C. Colton sends it around the boards. Daniels takes it away. Chips it up the boards, but not out. And Arthuritis is going to send it into the Ice Brothers bench. The A10 Warthog in today's game.
It's a quiet night here.
It is quiet.
Almost like they're not ready for the game. Clearly, you were not ready for the game. You're about 5 seconds late on your broadcast, doing I don't know what over there, a whole bunch of hullabaloo you were doing.
Hey, at least I remembered to go live the other day. I didn't go live until 2 minutes left in the first period of the Mighty Bucks Slugs game. Luckily, there was no goals that happened in that game until the third period, so I didn't miss a whole lot, but still, it was on me.
That's impressive. I like that.
But people were commenting in the chat, and that's what confused me, is I thought they were watching. Because, you know, over here on our screen, I've got stop streaming, but I didn't hit the go live button.
Oh, man.
Yeah, a fool's blunder. One of the greatest mistakes. Almost like going against a Sicilian in a game of wits. You never come out on top.
That is an unbelievable quote.
I had to pull it out.
Now, are you aware from where that's from, or you just know the quote?
No, The Princess Bride. It's one of my favorite.
Yeah. I mean, it was a little bit of a misquote, but still I love the idea.
I didn't hit it perfectly. I don't hit quotes perfectly. As Heidel drives in, shoots in a save. St. Martin doesn't know it's in front of him and now finds out.
I believe the quote is never get in a land war in Asia.
Yes.
And never gamble with death with the Sicilian. No, never gamble with the Sicilian.
When death is on the line. Death is on the line.
And if you were wondering how we would get Princess Bride quotes into a broadcast, now you know. You just jumped up in my book a little bit, Gavin, with that quote.
Did I? I try to pull out a movie quote every once in a while. And got to give a shout out to Todd Parker. Watching from Chicago, whether it's the O'Hare Airport or just finally made it to family's house and was relaxing. But thank you for tuning in, Todd. As now it's dumped in by the Ice Brothers. A pass to the slot. There was an option with Bonner. Bonner slides in, tried to take the puck away. And now we're going to get a fall and another fall. Here we go. I mean, this Ice Brothers team did help set the fall record last week as Rameri drives in.
Shot on net, puck's on net. Well done.
Make the goalie make a save. As there's a battle along the inboards. Comes out to Marty St. Louis, who not a big fan of right now because he is the Canadiens coach, and I am had enough of the Montreal Canadiens this week. That series is going 7 games. I don't care what anyone says. You can at me if you think otherwise. You'd be wrong.
No, that series is coming back to Tampa. No cap.
No cap. Absolutely. So 8:33. St. Louis flips it up the boards to Whitehead. Whitehead not able to play it. Turns it over. Faluda played it. A good play by Whitehead. Chips it around the boards and then fans on the puck. Made a great play and then fanned on it. But able to come away with it, push it out of the zone, still battling for it. And now chipped up. Almost to Chapman. But now Valdez just going to play it back to Daniels. Daniels up to Bender, who had a highlight reel goal last week for this team and now has a chance. He shoots. That one gets blocked.
Oh, jeez.
Took a healthy whack at that one.
I think he had a penalty last game with one of those two-handers, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, he's got a lot of power behind that. Sick as a shot by Whitehead, saved by St. Martin. So we're going to see a face-off to the right of St. Martin. Caleb Van Horn, Alex Buckner are officials for tonight's game. Puck's dropped. Ice Brothers come away with it, but Brigman keeps it in. Sends it over towards the half wall. Whitehead not able to get it. Sent up to Bender, out of the reach. Arthuritis, the A-10 Warthog, plays it back for Brigman. Brigman backhands it. Kept in the zone by the Ice Brothers. Send across and out. Whitehead now skates into it. As J.C. Colton and Chapman. And that's going to be an easy offsides as J.C. Colton not able to keep the leg down. Whitehead taking a little bit too much time. You got to get moving with the puck, especially when you've got a guy who's trying to stay on side. He was good effort by Colton. Whitehead's got to get the puck moving there.
Absolutely right. You got to be aware of what's going on. You got to be aware of how many people are behind you or in front of you. A little bit off base. Everyone seems a little bit off tonight. Maybe this first period is just about gauging the distance here and figuring out what's going on.
It's early, and this Ice Brothers bench was fired up last week.
They were.
In that game, and looking for some of that energy here tonight. It's a Thursday. We're almost to the weekend. You got to act like it. As this shot in, redirected, took a couple bounces. A good stick by Ben Daniels to get it out. Now Nick Valdez, far side boards. Driving in, takes a stick check, and then is going to fall down and take a slide all the way into the boards. Looked like a little bit of shuffleboard there.
Great back check there.
And a good stick lift by Daniels.
Oh, yeah, that woke it up. That woke up the bench.
The bench is alive, and that's a problem for anyone playing the Ice Brothers.
Absolutely right.
I don't think we've seen a bench louder than them.
No, definitely not.
They don't let anything get them down, and they're going to need it here, as this Warthogs team has been a team that's caused a lot of havoc in this novice division. Second in goals for with 24, just behind the Bear Sharks, who play in our second game of the night, taking on the Ugly Pucklings. It's Karan playing for the puck. Joined the roster in the previous game as Heidel, who's wearing his Bear Sharks jersey, gets a pass to Benfatti, but taken away. Now tried to chip out. Arthur Wright keeps it. Goes back door to Heidel, who wasn't able to get it cleanly. Still takes a shot. A rebound opportunity for Benfatti and not able to find it. And an excellent stick there by Nick Valdez to get it out. Now is battling for it. Turns it over. A-10 Warthog. High flip. I wouldn't say high flip. Medium flip, because you can't flip it that high here. As a shot, it rolls in on St. Martin. Makes a save. Thought maybe that one was going to sneak 5-hole. Seen fluky goals like that as Benfatti tried to roll it to the slot, and now we're going to get a whistle. Almost 5 minutes there without a stoppage.
It's impressive. Yeah, the Ice Brothers now have woken up. Like you said, woken up the sleeping giant. They are fired up.
I'd be scared if I hear that bench roaring.
Absolutely right. You want to keep them quiet.
As the shot rolls in on St. Martin. It's almost like fee, fi, fo, fum, like a giant, you know, like Jack and the Beanstalk. You just start hiding when you hear the bench get loud. Because that one bounces up in the face there of Karan. Took it like a champ, is wearing the bubble. So luckily protecting the teeth, not making a trip to the dentist.
Oh, well, that's got to be some kind of penalty.
No arm up.
Wow.
Excuse me, that should have been a call. That was absurd. Van Horn's got to uncork his whistle there, get the arm up, call a penalty. This is outrageous. Because now Brassington drives in, has a backhand pass, and then a backhand shot by Bonner. Just goes wide. What a good pass there by the Ice Brothers. I know the bench was ready to lose their minds. That one's sent back in the zone by Studial. Arthur Wright back for it. Has some time as Ice Brothers are offsides. 4:24 left to go. Now played up. Out of the reach of Valdez, no icing. It's waved off, and Valdez overskates it, but showing off some soccer skills, kicks it back onto the stick. Somehow stays with it, battling along the board against Benfatti. Daniels gets it over to Bonner. Bonner turns, nice a good pass. just a little bit too heavy on the touch was Connor Grant. But I love the passing that we're seeing early from the Ice Brothers. It's going to be dangerous if they can find a way to keep those on the stick, because that was fired in for an icing whistle.
Something we haven't heard a lot of tonight, which is the whistle.
Yeah, Van Horn, I think, is a little afraid of his whistle,
Yeah,
and so
right, yeah.
he hates the sound. And
He does
that's
hate the sound, yeah.
so normally he keeps it corked. He was telling me in our locker room interviews that we don't you guys don't get to see those live on air, but
Yeah.
he was not a fan of the whistle. That's why we've only heard one or two whistles so far in this game. Grant gonna pass it up. Douglas Lewis trying to get to it. Now left on a silver platter for Lewis by J.C. Colton. An almost unintentional pass by Lewis to Connor Grant. But now the other way, Whitehead drives in on the backhand. Backhand shot right into the chest of St. Martin. Ben Daniels now takes it away for the Ice Brothers. Chipped into the netting. And
That's got to be a delayed game penalty.
well, from what I understand, they don't call those here. But I would have been ready to catch that
You're
one.
ready,
If
yeah.
the netting
Yeah.
wasn't there,
Yeah.
that was served on a saucer to me.
Yeah.
I'm always a big fan of getting souvenirs.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been hit by a puck and immediately wrote down what game it was that I got hit. It sits in our puck trophy case at home. So Whitehead comes away with the puck, just not able to get a shot away. Looked like hesitated a little bit, was looking past first. On that faceoff win, I'm shooting that right there.
Nice defense right there.
Daniels pushed down into the boards. Sent back in, though, for Daniels, who now has it on the backhand. Switches to the forehand, takes a shot. That one goes wide of Faluda. Back behind, Brigman sends it around the boards. And Bender just takes a fall. Is trying to make a defensive play from his knees. Jimmy Porter, the defensive stalwart, taking a page out of Montana Gordon's book.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good shot.
Oh, and we've got a goal.
Yep.
Thought that one bounced into the netting, and you can hear the A10 Warthog noises.
Yeah, they are fired up. A lot of people yelling. We got the stands going crazy. We got some fans yelling some weird things. I think I actually heard someone yell "Slay Queen." Not really sure what that means, but I think it's got to be good right if you say it after a goal. So well done.
I guess so. I'm going to have to look up the Urban Dictionary for that one. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. But we'll just keep it at Slay Queen. What a goal by the Warthogs to open the scoring.
They're not done yet.
There's a chip play taken away by Valdez. Valdez chips it around his brother, Nick. Nathan and Nick, twin brothers. One of the three sets of twin brothers on this Ice Brothers team.
Nice play.
Now sent cross ice to J.C. Colton, who has Whitehead cross ice. Studial broke it up. Colton skated back for it. Neither one of them knew where it was. Now Valdez on the backhand. Flips it up past Colton, kept in by Brigman. Brigman, hard shot. That one hit the stick of Valdez. I'm surprised it didn't shatter it, honestly. Valdez plays it out of the reach of arthritis. Now he sent it into the back of the net. Valdez, a backhand try. Faluda makes a save, and A10 Warthog is down. I don't know if that's a good thing. It's a backhand try, and Faluda somehow makes the save, and it's sent down the ice. That's got to be an icing, and it is. Mitchie St. Martin came out to play it and thought he was going to touch it and negate the icing, but let it go. So we'll get a face-off back down to the right of Faluda. Final 90 seconds of the period is Van Horn talking to the wingers, telling them to back up. Has now dropped down for Brigman. Brigman, a little saucer pass, but turned over to Bonner. Bonner shoots. It's blocked by St. Louis.
It's tough to see how far Marty St. Louis has fallen. All those years of the Lightning, and then all the coaching with Montreal, and now he's playing on a Thursday night.
Thursday night at the Polk Athletic
Here
Complex.
at PAC, with a big game tomorrow, too. You don't expect that's just how
Sticked aside, and Ben Fati taking a big fall.
that's how committed he is to the game. He just wants to give back and play.
You know, there's plenty of time. You can still catch your flight in the morning, make it back before puck drop, catch your beer league on a Thursday.
No problem.
They always say it. All roads lead to beer league.
That's right.
It's the truth. For some people, it's the only road. You only play beer league. That's going to be my case.
Nothing wrong with that.
Brigman flips it towards the corner, almost
Nice
caught a
play.
piece of Grant.
He knew right where that was going. That was a good play.
He always turns it on when the camera's on.
Absolutely, man.
I'm wondering what would happen if we turned it off.
He's a showman.
He always finds a way to point to the camera. He knows where it is. I think we're going to have to start moving it around to trick him.
Play here.
And now Heidel driving in, 2-on-2 with Benfati. Fameri on the back end.
You got to drop that pass.
Heidel took the shot, sent out of the zone. St. Louis trying to turn it. Being unselfish, gets it to Brigman. Brigman up to Fameri. Fameri has Benfati in the slot. He's going to drive down to the corner. Cuts back, looks for a pass. It's blocked by Daniels. Daniels up the other way. Final 15 seconds. Driving hard. Good effort by Fameri on the back check, but Ben Daniels cannot be stopped. He shoots a save there by Faluda. It still loses another save.
Oh.
And a hard hit into the boards as the final seconds wind down on the first period. So despite some late period effort by the Ice Brothers, the goalies will switch sides. Faluda making no mistake, just taking a quick skate,
Yeah,
all
Faluda,
business tonight.
Good Lord. Oh, he's got something to do. All right, I was wondering why he was skating full speed down the ice in between periods.
So he's going to go take a short break. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back for the second period here on the Southern Hockey Network. All right, and we're back for the second period. This time before the puck drop, I was a little bit more ready. I'm awake. The benches are awake. The Warthogs have a 1-goal lead, and there is still 24 minutes left of hockey. And we've still got another game after this, so plenty of action here tonight on a Thursday or whatever day it is. I lost count. But either way, puck goes back into the Warthog zone. Played back. They're just going to take their time. They will try to waste 12 minutes of clock if they can.
Yes, they will. The Ice Brothers are chomping at the bit. They are ready to rock. They are ready to explode with a goal.
I'm ready to watch the bench explode. And a big hit in the corner. Is there an arm up? They're just going to say that was competitive contact.
I don't
know. No, now we're getting some pushing and shoving.
I don't know. Oh, Colton, don't break it up. Let him go. Let him settle it.
That was we haven't seen too many big hits.
I don't understand how you can have a collision like that and not have a penalty called. But
I mean,
it's not my job.
You know, we're up here, they're down there. Looks like hopefully Chapman's okay. Captain of this Warthog squad. And looks like the faceoff is going to come down into, maybe we are getting a call. Looks like Chapman might be going to the box. Not quite sure what maybe it looks like Van Horn showing boarding. He's talking it over with Chapman. Chapman was definitely a little shaken up, though. But the faceoff is going to be Look at Van Horn, being a gentleman, opening the door for him as well.
You know,
what a stand-up guy.
He has matured over the years into a fine gentleman. I'm proud of him, proud of the man he's become.
I still can't stand that guy. He still dodges my interviews.
Yeah, he's got it. I get it. It's a toxic relationship with you and him right now. And it's not going to end until we get the interview we need.
It's not. And I don't know if we're ever going to get it.
It's not the interview we want. It's the interview we deserve. That's the way I look at it.
I need a full 60-minute special with him now on the Southern Hockey YouTube channel for all the interviews.
It's got to be a trip. I agree. That would be a great one.
Whitehead driving in short-handed. And Valdez is going to take a spill. Luckily contained himself. I thought he was going head first.
Yeah.
This is not a slip-in slide. No. I know the ice is slippery, but you got to stay on your feet.
Yeah. He did a good job of protecting himself there. That could have been ugly.
And a hard slap shot. I mean, no icing, so go for it as you are on the penalty kill.
A10 Warthog really testing the limits of that flex on that stick.
I'm going to have to find out what the flex is as that one rolls in. Studial taking the shot on Faluda. Brigman tied up, comes out to the slot. Out of the reach of Bender and now sent down by Whitehead. A minute to go on the power play for the Ice Brothers. Down by one. Bender sends it in, but nobody was there. As the Ice Brothers were changing, Studial back for it. He's going to turn and try to move it up the ice. 45 left to go. 10-13 in the second period. Studial cross ice to Grant. But Karan off sides, skates back. And now a chip play. Jimmy Porter trying to take it away. Flipped up into the skates of Nick Valdez. Cut off by Studial into the chest of Porter. Back into the Warthog zone. Played up to neutral ice. A lot of just passing back and forth, not really moving the puck anywhere.
That was an odd sequence.
It was a lot of hard work to get almost nothing done. Maybe a little.
Yeah, about 3 feet.
I mean, I guess forward progress is forward progress. This isn't football, though. This is hockey, and you got to put it in the back of the net.
You see some odd things here at the PAC, and I guess tonight is so different.
There's got to be a full moon outside. I don't know.
You know what? Yeah, let's check it.
I know Lena mentioned the other day we were getting close to one. I don't know if tonight's the night. As a spill there. Now driving up the other way, the A10 Warthog. And that one whistled down for and offsides as Heidel was a little bit ahead of the line.
Just
a hair.
Just a bit outside.
Yeah, and he definitely said that one's on me.
Yeah,
the stick to the chest.
You don't have to say that because we all know it's on you on that one. That's okay, though.
Yeah, he's just making sure his teammates know. It's good communication when you're subbing for another team.
I agree. Lost awareness. No problem. Goldfish memory, right? Forget it and move on.
8 seconds. You got 8 seconds. Wait, what were we talking about?
Well done.
As the puck is taken away by the Ice Brothers in their own zone. Ben Daniels driving it up. Looked like Grant was going with the left tackle maneuver.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think maybe we are playing football. Ben Daniels gets a shot away. I don't know how. I mean, it went wide of the net. Wasn't a shot on goal, but a shot nonetheless. A good stick by Valdez, but from Mary, keeping it up. Ben Daniels, a great stick lift, but from Mary, still with the effort, cuts back and then takes a spill. And Ben Daniels is going to come away with it. That would have been one of the greatest sequences I think I would have ever seen.
He's the best back checker in this league. He gets back every single time. It just causes a ruckus back there on the defensive zone.
And what a clean stick lift as well.
Absolutely.
Could have easily been a penalty, but that might be, if you are coaching and you want to show. Oh, it was a shot by Heidel right in on St. Martin.
Did it go in?
It looks like he got it 5-hole. You heard some cheers like it maybe went in.
We never know if that's a cheer for the goal or the Eskimo. The Eskimo brothers, they like to cheer the save. They want people.
Well, that's why that bench is so electric and such a game changer. They don't care if there's 1,000 people in the stands or 5.
Yeah.
They are going to be louder than them. That is the tone that they set. They walk into the locker room. They say set the tone. They're talking about just being loud on the bench.
That's right.
Not any chops to the knee. Nothing from Shoresy. Just being loud. Looks like checking the stick there was Grant. This puck drop. Comes out to Brigman. Brigman took a shot, got redirected by Heidel. Don't even think he realized he redirected it. But I don't know. That could be a strategy play. Yeah, you can definitely hear some coaching going on from this Warthogs bench. If the Bear Sharks don't have a coach, they're going to the next game. We're starting to see, me and Van Horn were talking about it when we were talking about our new scorekeeping software. He said Beer League is getting serious. Well, we're seeing coaches and GMs at games, so
I love it.
The intensity is up as Brassington fires it into the zone. 7:20 left to go. Now taken away. Brassington, a shot gets blocked by Brigman. Loose in the slot. No one can find it. A shot in on Faluda. He makes a save. Still loose. Goes out wide. Kept in by Studial, but taken away by Heidel. Heidel driving downhill. Cuts wide on Porter. Takes a shot. Saved by St. Martin. And escapes the zone. Comes out to Bonner. Bonner looking cross ice. Taken away by Fermeri. Backhanded in. The Studial intercepts the pass. Driving it up. Chips it over to Brassington. Brassington on the backhand. Sends it towards the slot. Fermeri takes it away. Now a 3-on-2 the other way for the Warthogs. Fermeri gets in. Cleanly takes a shot. St. Martin kick save. Benfati battling against Studial. Studial a backhand. And another backhand by Coran. And now Bender. A 1-on-2. Shoots. Blocked there by Brigman. Takes a spill. And now Brigman's going to play it up. Taken away by Studial. But Brigman sent it deep into the zone. Whitehead came away with it. Whitehead cuts in on Porter. Whitehead drives, shoots. A save by St. Martin.
Great save. Great
6 minutes left to go in this period. Goes down the ice, and that's going to have enough for an icing. Van Horn's whistle phobia did not stop him from blowing it there. I'm going to have to figure out what the official term for fear of whistles are.
You know what?
It's probably going to be some really
long
long
I'm all
word.
over that. I'll find out in 2 seconds here.
It's going to be a really long word that I don't know how to say, but I'm going to learn. That way I never, once I ask, I'm not going to forget. I'm going to learn how to say it. 5:54 left to go. Puck's dropped. Comes out to the point. Arthur Wright lines a shot from the blue line.
A fear of whistles. While there's not a direct word for fear of whistles, the fear of loud or sudden sounds, like whistles, is called phonophobia.
Phonophobia. You know, that makes sense. That one, no icing, so phonophobia not going to come into play there. There's no whistle. We're getting creative out here, guys. I promise I'm going to just come up with the
what a save.
Craziest way to say things. As a turn into a pass into the slot by Grant. Good effort. Fell down, and now it's up the other way, out of the reach of Whitehead. And Chapman back on the ice. Doesn't seem to be feeling that hit. Did get 2 minutes to get it together, shake it off in the penalty box. And still a 1-goal game for the Warthogs. Ice Brothers have had opportunities, just haven't gotten the bounce they need yet, but there's still plenty of time. They didn't score until 3 minutes in the third on an Austin Bender one-timer from the knee last week that ripped the roof off the building.
That's right.
Alex Ovechkin, I heard, was messaging him for tips on how to get down like that and the flex. It's now Valdez on the backhand, looks for Grant, gets it to Grant, tied up, and they score!
And there we go. What a play.
The bench is fired up. A good pass, and Faluda just not able to get the leg out enough. That one squeaks past him, and that bench is fired up.
If I were the Warthogs right now, I would be shaking in my boots. You have awoken the giant. Watch out. Ice Brothers on the move.
So we've got a game again. 4:29 left to go. And there's still so much time left. And now this Ice Brothers bench is absolutely electric. They've tied it up. We're going to get a whistle here. Maybe flipped up and to the netting.
You know, now that I mention it, I have seen a sticker on the back of Van Horn's truck that says POL, which must stand for Phonophobians of Lakeland.
That must be. There's got to be a club.
I always wondered.
Well, now we know.
Now we know.
There's now a chance for the Ice Brothers. Another shot. Valdez falling down. Took it. Now Brassington trying to keep it in the zone. Nolan Grant officially gets credited with the goal. Nick Valdez gets the assist as we get a whistle for an icing. And Peyton Whitehead officially credited with the first goal for the Warthogs. J.C. Colton getting an assist. So we're going to get a face-off now as the Ice Brothers get some fresh legs out there. This face-off is going to be to the left of Faluda. Brassington set to get ready, and looks like an equipment issue for J.C. Colton. Getting the chin strap fixed, took the gloves off. Has the gloves on, is ready for the puck drop now. Won by the Ice Brothers. Almost came out into a dangerous spot with a chance for a one-timer. But Coran not able to keep it, but Studial sends it in.
It's a great pinch by the D there. Keep that puck in the zone, in their end. Nice done.
You want to make him go 150, 175 feet. But J.C. Colton now in the neutral zone, skates in. Not a lot of speed, but has a lot of power, but flips that one wide. Bonner up the ice. Gets it to Brassington. Could be a 3-on-2. Brassington dumps it in. Brigman back for it. Pressured by Brassington and Bonner. Brassington had a chance to play it, but fell into the boards. Brigman sends it out of the zone. Jimmy Porter back for it. Gets a stick on it. Flips it up the boards and out. Was pressured by Heidel. A good pass there. But we're going to get a whistle for an offside.
Yeah, it was changing up, that's why.
And an unfortunate time to change for Brassington. Just not able to get off and get the player back on side.
Just a little bit of laziness there from the Ice Brothers. Instead of hopping over the boards, the end of a long shift, they took their time. That's a shame.
Well, Van Horn's Phonophobia support group's working. Was not afraid to blow the whistle.
No, yeah, he's ready. He's over.
He blew it again just to show us that he's fully over it. St. Louis just swung over the puck there. Could open a fan shop.
What is that? What are these two-handers? My God.
So now Studial flips it deep into the zone on the right side of the red line, so no icing. A-10 Warhawk tries to flip it out. Grant takes it away and runs into St. Louis. Now Heidel's going to chase after it. It's got enough on it for an icing, and we'll get another whistle. 2:42 left to go. Now Heidel pressured along the boards. Studial plays it deep into the zone, sent around the boards. Faluda going to stay in the net, thought was going to come out and play it, but Arthuritis now with it. Tries to flip it up the ice out of the zone and does. Studial backhands it up the boards, but Vermeer takes away and now is going to drive in. Studial is going to force him out wide. To the corner, gets a good stick on it, sent around the boards to Heidel, who backhands it towards the slot. Grant was able to play it out to the half wall, and now a chance for the Ice Brothers up the other way. But Arthuritis won the race to the puck, flipped it up to St. Louis, who dumps it not into the Ice Brothers zone. Studial guarding the blue line, drives it in on the backhand. Has a chance for Bender in the slot, but a good stick there by Arthuritis. And a good flip out of the zone and almost a baseball swing by Grant. Definitely would have been a high stick whistle.
Yeah, high stick. Thought he was playing wiffle ball there for a second. That's tough.
Icing waved off. I thought that was a sure as day icing. It's now flipped once again up the ice. Arthuritis has been working on that flip play, but thought we were going to get an icing whistle there. Buckner had the whistle up, but didn't blow it. Looks like maybe Van Horn waved it off. Vermeer tried to skate into it. Now it comes out to Heidel. A little collision against the board. Heidel takes a shot. It gets redirected, goes by the net. That was going 5-hole, got redirected, probably for the best, as St. Martin would have had to get down pretty quick on that Heidel shot. As A10, a hard shot from the point, doesn't get through, and now sent down the ice. Bender trying to race for it. If he wins the race, nope, we're going to get a whistle for an icing with 41 seconds left to go. So 41 seconds, face off to the left of St. Martin. We've got a tie game. This one's turned into a good one. Karan was on the wrong side of the face-off. Gets into position. Van Horn drops the puck. One back by the Warthogs. Whitehead turns, shoots, blocked off the skate of Porter, who tries to take a swing at it, flip it out of the zone. Now it's out into the corner. Chapman sends it towards the slide. Good stick by Daniels, but gets through to Colton. Now Daniels on the backhand. Colton, a diving play, keeps it in the zone and then takes Daniels out. There's got to be a call there.
There has to be. Just has to be a call.
Officials are letting them play. It is a tied game, but that right there, that's got to be a call. As I said earlier, excuse me.
Yeah, that's outrageous.
We need a call right there. I don't want to hear any slay queens after a missed call like that. Absolutely ridiculous. As that's going to do it for the second period. Ice Brothers get one back, and we've got 12 more minutes left to go. We could get some overtime.
I think this is destined for a shootout. I really do. I think this is a tired bench for the Warthogs. I think the Eskimo brothers are fired up, and I think that we are going to do shootout again, hopefully.
Well, the Ice Brothers took advantage. Mitchie St. Martin had a big performance, and they won their last shootout. So plenty of time left to see if we decide this one. Brigman showing off the figure skating skills, and we'll take a short 30-second break, and we'll be back for the third period here on the Southern Hockey Network. So we're set to go for the third period. Officials done talking over their dinner plans after the games tonight.
Ice Brothers are a man short. That's a tough way to start the third period. You want to get another guy out there.
You want to throw them off, though. Maybe it's their mentality. If you got one more guy off the ice, you got one more guy on the bench.
Maybe they were line matching. Maybe they wanted to see who the Warthogs were going to throw out, you know?
That is a good strategy. But I think if you have more players on the bench, you can be louder on the bench, and that's what feeds this Ice Brothers team.
That is exactly right.
So their coach is up in the press box.
Just a little bit of strategery, as you would say.
Yeah, trying to figure things out. They're trying to storm the castle.
I haven't seen a lot from this Warthogs coach. I'm not sure if he's just a figurehead or if he's actually got some plays drawn up. But
I heard there was one, hey, he's behind you, and that was about. I mean, that was about the most insight I've seen from their coach. So we'll see. We'll see if a little more vocal. We'll see if we get the clipboard out. I haven't seen it yet. I'm upset that we haven't. You got to draw up something. We've only had one power play in the game. Daniel was able to stay on his feet and kick the puck towards Bonner. And Bonner against the half wall, far side. Inside the zone, gets a pass to Lewis, who Lewis just backhanded it towards the net. Had a little bit more time there. Would have liked to seen a little bit of patience. But I like the play. Puck's on net. It's a mentality. Make the goalie make a save.
I think you got to get the puck to Daniels here and let him do his thing. I think he's the lifeblood of this team.
He's got a big, strong presence as Grant's going to take a little slide into the boards. That was a graceful fall, though. You know, we've seen some bad ones, but that was poised with grace. Definitely been taking some ballet classes as Daniels takes a spill and is going to take out Colton. Colton drops the stick. And Whitehead almost was up the other way, but taken away by Bender, who shoots right into the glove of Faluda. Is going to make a save. Can hear that Ice Brothers bench being a little active. So we get set for a puck drop once again. Ice Brothers trying to get a player on the ice. We're playing with 4. Won by the Warthogs. They've controlled a number of the faceoffs in this game. Hasn't really affected the game too much quite yet, as we are tied at 1, but if you're the Ice Brothers, you got to win some of these faceoffs in the offensive zone. Sent in, and Benfati almost got a stick on it. Redirected. It's a hard shot by Heidel from a goal scorer's angle. Now from area shot. Traffic in front. It's still loose and now kicked out. Bender able to get a stick on it and clear it out of the zone. Arthritis. Slowing it down. Moves it up to Benfati, who gets it to Famari. Famari's going to cut in. Calls to shoot a pad save. And now backhanded out of the zone. Brigman has to skate out of the way of Grant. Gets it off, but Bender going to stick it towards the boards. Redirected in the zone. Brigman backhands it out. Now taken away by Famari to Benfati. Benfati in cleanly. Tries to get it cross ice. Was maybe trying to set up Famari or Heidel on the far side. But now out the other way. Studial with Brassington and Bender. A shot there. Rings iron. And looks like maybe went into the netting. Faluda was looking for it. I'm still not sure if anyone knows where it is.
When in doubt, blow that whistle.
Looks like it went out of play. Nope. Alex Buckner's got it. I don't even know where that went. Must have learned magic during that intermission break. Samari slows it down, tries to chip it up, gets it to Benfati. Benfati's going to turn, backhanded for Arthritis, but taken by Famari. Famari's going to drive in with Heidel. Benfati crashing towards the net. Famari fans on it. Now cleared out of the zone by Studial. Studial's going to turn it up by himself. Checked by Famari. Lost the puck. He's going to turn back and get back defensively. Brigman cross ice. Stolen away by Nick Valdez. Valdez towards the slot. A shot by Brassington. A save by Faluda.
Big save. Big save at a big moment.
That would have ignited that Ice Brothers bench, and this game would have been over if a goal was scored right there. I'm not saying it's over because one goal's not a big lead, but when it's against this Ice Brothers and that bench, it's hard to kill that momentum. Seidel fans on it there, and that's a credit to Valdez getting some good defensive play. Both the Valdez brothers wearing green socks. That's how you know they're both out there. Is now Fameri the other way. Cuts back. Pass to the slot. Cross to Heidel. Heidel's going to turn it back. Looks for the slot for Fameri. Now Nick Valdez trying to skate into it. Breaks it up, and A-10 Warthog's going to take a spill, and he's looking for a call, but that was that. I think that was more embellishment. That's an unsportsmanlike, like, if you're asking me. Sidney Crosby is Oscar acting level there.
And the style points were definitely 10 out of 10 there. That was great. Held the
to keep the arms up after.
While, yeah.
Amazing. 7:20 left to go. Drop pass. Bonner drives in. He takes a shot. Went towards Arthuritis. Almost a chance backdoor. Now turning forward is Lewis. Lewis back behind for Bonner. Bonner battling down low. Rolls out to the slot. A-10 Warthog going to try to flip it out, and now Whitehead up the other way. But Jimmy Porter locked down defense on the other end. Helps out Ben Daniels, and now we're going to get a penalty as Ben Daniels is going ahead to the box. And now the Warthogs are going to get their first power play of the game. Definitely going to be a holding or a hook there as Daniels. Yeah, Van Horn official call is a hold. So Daniels to the box, and that's a big loss for the Ice Brothers, a big penalty killer as well. So a 2-minute power play. Puck's dropped. Warthogs win it, kept in by Arthuritis. Plays it to Brigman. Brigman fans on the shot. Was trying to wind up. Definitely wanted to score there, show us that name on the back of the jersey as Grant is playing with it at neutral ice. Just tried to flip it deep into the zone, but Arthuritis kept it in. Whitehead back out there.
Nice move.
After drawing the penalty, takes a shot, rolls in on St. Martin. Good play out wide defensively, and now flip down the ice, making him go 200 feet.
Very good clear.
Smart defense there by the Ice Brothers as Warthogs are going to go back for the puck. They're going to take their time. Brigman.
They're forming that box already in the defensive zone.
Are we going to see the flying V? All we've seen is good defense and a hard slash there by Bender. I'm surprised that wasn't called.
It's a
Once again, excuse me.
It's a problem, man. He two hands. He's got to get that other hand.
As Bender tried to get it clear, Whitehead takes a shot, goes wide.
At some point, the ref's going to start looking out for that two-hander from Bender.
Cleared out of the zone, but not all the way down. It's the phonophobia that stopped him from calling the penalty.
Yeah, for sure.
Is now Whitehead going to drive in.
Nice move.
Tried to get the stick on it. Was Brassington.
Oh, great D. Just get a piece of him. That's all you need to do. Good
and
clear.
Now sent down. Whitehead tried to cut inside, and Chapman maybe wanted to call. Faluda came out to play it, moved it up for Brigman.
That's fantastic defense.
Approaching 20 seconds left to go on the power play. Brigman going to drive in. Has it taken away by Grant, who took a spill, but a good stick there defensively, just not able to turn it up.
Yep.
Now Valdez is going to send it down the length, and that's going to effectively kill off the penalty.
The Ice Brothers, they bend but don't break on defense. Very well done. Excellent kill and a very important part of the game.
Their coach is doing an excellent job. Ben Daniels was trying to find out, and there's an offside whistle as Chapman skated in. Heidel once again. A little bit of miscommunication. Maybe some sabotage. The Bear Sharks and the Warthogs are big rivals, so maybe a little bit of sabotage in this game.
Could you imagine? That would be the scandal of the year at the PAC. Oh, my Lord.
I'm not saying that's what's happening, but I was just thinking about it.
It sounds like that's what you're saying. It sounds like if you were flat out accusing him of going against the team that he's subbing for.
I'm not trying to rage bait, except I am, but that's not the point. Daniels, fresh out of the box, drives in, goes to take a shot, fans on it, but gets it to Valdez. Valdez a shot, kick save by Faluda, out to Arthuritis. Now up the other way from Mary, has to get around, lock down Jimmy Porter. Daniels on the back check. Mary's going to stop. A good job by the rest of the Warthogs offense, having to stop along the blue line as well.
It's an odd place to stop, but they did a good job staying on sides.
So now Benfatti tries to skate into it.
The Ice Brothers just where they need to be all the time.
Now Arthur Wright tried to turn it up. A good stick by Lewis. Grant diving for that one. Love the effort. Heidel's going to turn. Pass it. Gets it in the zone. Good stick from Mary. Gets around Daniels. Cuts back at the faceoff dot. Takes a shot. St. Martin, the blocker save. Now whipped around the boards by Daniels. Brassington, fresh off the bench. Just has one person to beat. The big A10 Warthog is just going to dump it in around him. Faluda didn't come out. St. Louis making his beer league debut down here. Coached yesterday, playing today, takes a spill, and that's going to hurt. We're going to see him on the injury report tomorrow from Montreal.
He's definitely lost a step, I think, but that's okay.
3:25 left to go. Daniels battling against Heidel. Daniels wins it, turns it around, but Fameri takes away, and then a kick. Man, I'm watching soccer and hockey at the same time. As Bonner's going to turn back. Tries to get to the slot for Lewis. Is bouncing around. Gets to Lewis. Lewis sends it towards Faluda. Faluda sticks it up the ice. Two for Mary. Now driving up for Mary. Trying to get around Porter. Takes a shot. St. Martin makes the save. That one was going 5-hole. St. Martin gets the glove on that one. I want to take a second to shout out the Slapshot Bar and Grill. And tomorrow, the place to watch hockey is they've got a new 170-inch screen getting installed today and into tomorrow. And it's going to be ready. So come get some food tomorrow at the Slapshot Bar and Grill. Watch the Lightning force Game 7. Like I said, if I'm wrong, you can message me. But I'm not going to be wrong, so you're not going to be able to message me. That's just the end-all, be-all. But come get some food, some good wings, a great burger, pork egg rolls.
Pork egg rolls good. Pulled pork is good. Everything's good here.
Logan Harrison doing a great job running it. He'll take care of you. Tell him Gavin and Lena sent you.
And his wife Amanda, they are a good team in there for sure.
Locking it down at the Slapshot Bar and Grill. No better place to eat and watch hockey. St. Louis backhands it. Offsides is Whitehead and Colton, so they had to touch up, and Studio lining the pants with snow.
It's not like the other night where we had 37 falls, but we do have a large number of falls.
Yeah, I haven't been counting. I wonder if Todd Parker, who's watching, has been counting for us. He might. I haven't seen the number in the chat, so if he is counting, watching with the family from Chicago, love to know, Todd. As Bender drives it slow into the zone, takes a shot, gets blocked. Another shot. That one goes wide. Colton press along the boards, comes to Whitehead. A pass to Chapman just behind him, though.
Just a couple feet too short.
Minute 44. Bender now with it. Ice Brothers in the zone cleanly. Takes a shot.
Great job.
The back check by Whitehead. And now Bender's going to take a spill. And
another two-hand. Another two-hand.
And a shot rolls in on Faluda. Kept it moving. I thought they took Bender's stick out of his hands there, which I'm pretty sure is a penalty. But
yeah.
Chapman up the other way with Whitehead. Good stick there by Studiol, forcing Chapman out wide, and even better, getting in front of the pass. Two good defensive plays. And now it's in Bender's skates, was riding the stick, and then was celebrating before he scored. Bender with Brassington. Bender to Brassington, and out of the reach. Brassington just not able to get enough on it. Turns, is looking for a pass. Gets it towards Faluda. St. Louis plays it out to the half wall. Whitehead. Under a minute left to go.
Stay on sides. Good job.
Colton on sides. A 3-on-2. Gets it into no man's land.
Nice
Whitehead
play.
turns. Has a shot. Saved by St. Martin. It's still loose. Colton another shot.
Man.
Another save by St. Martin. The bench has got it. High by the goalie. And they score. J.C. Colton backdoor. 31 seconds.
Right place, right time. Great pass to the center of the net. Well done.
You got to battle in the gritty areas.
Man, the Ice Brothers, all you got to do now is collect yourself, find a way to battle for these 30 seconds.
Pull the goalie immediately.
Pull the goalie, call a timeout, whatever you got to do.
Win the faceoff, pull the goalie. I'll go down there with the clipboard. I'm not really sure what I would draw up, but puck's on net. Make the goalie make a save. That's all I got to say.
Yep.
Set the tone. Maybe flip a table on the bench.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have time to do the miracle.
Oh, jeez.
The miracle.
The miracle speech?
Yeah, I don't have time for that, so we're just going to have to do it on the bench, and it's going to be about 5 seconds long.
Oh, man.
It's now maybe a penalty. Mitchie St. Martin had to play it.
Goalie. Pull the goalie.
Now sent up. You got to get the goalie off here.
This is the second game in a row where they're not doing it.
And now flip down the ice, and that will likely do it as the final 5 seconds roll off. Daniels just going to fire this one down the ice. Vermeer gets the stick, seals the deal, and the late goal by J.C. Colton is the difference.
Great win for the Warthogs. Heartbreaking loss for the Ice Brothers. Just another night of hockey here at the PAC.
And Evan Chapman getting an assist on the game-winning goal. What a game we had in our first game of the night. We still have plenty of hockey left. Warthogs take this one 2-1. When we come back on the Southern Hockey Network, we'll have the Bear Sharks taking on the Ugly Pucklings after we get some fresh ice. From Gavin Coker, Nick Nugent, Lena Kay, thank you so much for joining us for the first game, and we will be back shortly for our second game of the night.